Vladimir Putin has access to over 20 different palaces and villas, 58 private planes, and at least 4 luxury yachts. Putin is one of the richest people in the world, though it's hard to place him on a list because his actual net worth is shrouded in mystery. Some estimates place it at $70 billion, while others say it could be as much as $200 billion. With that kind of cash, the Russian president has splashed out billions living his perfect, lavish lifestyle, from fancy cars to an expensive collection of watches. This is how the Russian billionaire spends his fortune. Vladimir Putin has no shortage of palaces, mansions, and apartments to call his own. But there is one particular home that stands above the rest, his $1 billion Black Sea Palace. With grand architecture and luxury comparable to France's Palace of Versailles, the seaside mansion is reported to have cost at least $1 billion to build. It's the largest private residential building in Russia, with a reported 190,000 square feet of living space. Aerial photos reveal features like a large courtyard surrounded by massive wrought iron gates, a sculpture garden, and an amphitheater. There's an arboretum and greenhouse, a church, and a 260-foot-long bridge that leads to a 27,000 square foot guest house. There's also a landing pad with room for 3 helicopters. There are many rooms hidden inside, around, and under the main palace. That's not creepy, like a hockey rink, Las Vegas-style casino, swimming pools and saunas, a cocktail lounge and a gym. Alexei Navalny and his anti-corruption team revealed some of the secrets hidden inside Putin's 11-bedroom palace by comparing the building plans with expensive furniture orders traced back to the Russian president. Renderings show a palatial interior with high ceilings and large furnishings. Marble surfaces and Renaissance-style murals decorate the mansion. While his incomparable palace may be Putin's current favorite, the president's title grants him access to many state palaces, state-rented apartments, and vacation homes. Putin's official office is the Kremlin, a fortified complex in Moscow that includes more than 15 buildings, 20 towers, and over 1.5 miles of walls that are up to 21 feet thick. A reported $1 billion worth of upgrades were added to the building in the 1990s. However, his official presidential residence is different. It's a suburban government dacha outside of the city called Novo Argayovo. It's located in Ryblykva, home to some of Russia's most opulent mansions. It's well hidden behind walls and constantly patrolled by security. Unlike the White House, it's completely closed to the public, but is known to have some spectacular gardens and royal rooms that are occasionally seen in Putin's broadcasts. The Russian president is also rumored to stay in a government-leased apartment in Moscow and Yontar in Kaliningrad, a palace right beside the beach. He also has access to a government-owned mansion in Sochi that's one of his official summer residences, as well as a forest-surrounded residence which was initially planned to be one of Stalin's official homes. There's also a palace in St. Petersburg, formerly owned by the Romanov family and often used by Putin for state events. In addition to these lavish homes, Putin is rumored to have private vacation homes, apartments, and beachside villas around the world in unknown locations. Vladimir Putin is known for having a love of cars, especially Soviet-made classics. His presidential vehicle is a bomb and bulletproof limousine. He reportedly jump-started its design himself on his quest for a one-of-a-kind Russian-built state car. Production has started to make the vehicle available to the public, but Putin was the first to own this Soviet Rolls-Royce. Prices start around $245,000, but Putin's is expected to have cost over $300,000. His model comes with special features like the ability to withstand sniper fire and chemical gas attacks, advanced communications equipment, and CCTV footage aired on internal screens so he can see what's going on around the vehicle at all times. It comes with extra-wide doors, and there's an emergency exit built into the back of the car. Putin loves a good vintage car, so his personal collection includes some favorites, like his ZAZ 968. It's the first vehicle Putin ever drove and is expected to have paid around $10,000 to add a perfect condition used model to his car collection. In 2005, he also purchased a GAZ 21 Volga for about $12,000. He drove George Bush around in this vehicle during a meeting between the two leaders in 2006. Another of Putin's classic Soviet cars is a Lada Niva 4x4 that he uses for fishing trips. He's estimated to have paid around $15,000 for it. He's also been spotted driving around a Mercedes and even a Formula One race car. Reports suggest he has many sports cars hidden in his garages. However, the best traveling can't always be done on land. Perhaps even more extensive than his car collection is Putin's most incredible fleet of aircrafts, which is said to be made up of at least 58 different flying machines. In 2012, a dossier was drawn up by a political rival of Putin, which detailed his many planes and helicopters. Included in his collection is a $20 million Dassault Falcon, which seats 19 and has a full entertainment system with soundproofing. He also owns an Airbus ACJ319 for traveling with small groups and supposedly owns 8 Tu-154s that cost between $7.5 million and $20 million each. Putin loves choppers and will only fly in an Mi-8, of which he reportedly owns at least 15. However, the most famous plane in his collection is his version of Air Force One. It's said to have an $11 million cabin decked out by jewelers with a gold toilet which costs between $75,000 and $100,000. This plane has room for up to 186 passengers, and Putin is said to own at least 5 of them. The Russian government is apparently restocking these aircrafts after closing out a deal that cost around $504 million per plane. The same 2012 dossier that outed Putin's extensive plane collection also highlighted the Russian leader's other love, yachts. According to his rivals, Putin has at least 4 of them. This is an epic yacht, which upgraded in 2005 for reported $1.2 billion. He also owns the Graceful, which cost $100 million and can sleep 14 people in 6 lavish bedrooms. It reportedly cost $5 to $10 million in annual operation costs. This one is called the Seagull. It's 177 feet long and is officially part of Kremlin's fleet of yachts. It is valued at over $40 million and can accommodate 12 guests and a crew of 11. Its features include a 1,076 square foot dining room, a swimming pool, jacuzzi, gym, barbecue area, and beach club. Putin also said to have received this yacht, the Olympia, as a very generous gift. The 187-foot-long luxury yacht is worth at least $35 million and was given to Putin by one of his friends, Chelsea Football Club owner Roman Abramovich. Traveling in style isn't enough for President Putin. He also has to look like he's worth billions of dollars. That's why he spends a fortune on things like expensive watches and perfectly tailored suits. Putin owns a really expensive watch, which supposedly cost him $500,000. He's also rumored to have been the owner of a $1 million Patek Philippe that was up for auction in July 2017. And he owns other expensive watches, about $10,500 each. As for clothing, Newsweek's Ben Judas spent years researching Putin for a book and claims that the president has a love for bespoke suits and Valentino ties. These claims are backed up by the Russian government-owned paper Russia Beyond the Headlines, which in 2015 published an article claiming that Putin's preferred brand is something I can't pronounce. Each suit is made from start to finish by one tailor and takes dozens of hours to produce. They end up costing a minimum of $5,500 each. So Vladimir Putin travels in limousines, private jets, super yachts, and dresses the part every time. He's had mansions and places hidden all over the world. There may be some truth to the rumors that Putin is secretly the world's richest person. As far as we know, this is just a taste of how the luxurious Russian president's life really is. Despite all the visible luxury, the Kremlin claims Putin makes just $135,000 a year. Even the government is paying for much of his privileged lifestyle. His multi-billion-dollar fortune simply can't be denied. How much do you think the Russian president is really worth?